big change. Now, do you think that after this performance in Game 7 that they should consider getting rid of Joe Mazzulla?
I don't think they will.
No,
And
I
I
don't
think
think so either.
I don't think it's fair to Joe Mazzulla either because he was the assistant head coach and they promoted him. I feel like too soon, and I feel like it's more the Celtics' fault than Joe Mazzulla's fault
Hmm.
because they're the ones who made the mistake from move. He didn't ask to be moved from interim to head coach and then sign a long-term 4-year deal for him. So I feel like that's mostly on the Celtics. You've hitched your wagon to him, and he's your guy until next year because when you come into a head coaching job and the expectation is to not only make it back, but if you don't win the finals this year, it's a failure. I feel
Yeah.
like for the youngest coach in the NBA, that's a lofty expectation, especially when you're going up against Jimmy Butler, who's been outplaying Tatum, and then Eric Spoelstra, who's been the coach for 15 years now. And most
Yeah.
people are starting to say he's the next Popovich and the newly anointed best coach in the NBA. I feel like that's very unfair, especially to put
Yeah.
it all on Mazzulla and
Yeah.
Jalen Brown turnovers and Tatum turned his ankle, which I
Yeah.
feel like Tatum turning his ankle is going to be the biggest story out of this because is it a lot of excuses?
Yeah.
So we'll see where the narratives go with that.
Yeah. No, I think he should stick around, honestly. Um, given the outcomes. And plus they came back from 3 down and forced the Game 7, which I feel like he deserves credit for.
Yeah, he kind of fits the New England MO because we were watching the fourth quarter interview with him. Just one word answers, deadpan, dry face. He kind of reminded me a little bit of Bill Belichick. So I think Joe Mazzulla does have potential. And
Yeah.
I feel like people just shitting on him when the issues with the Celtics have gone back to Ime Udoka last year. We had the
Yeah.
same exact issues with Ime Udoka. And guess what? We were one shot away last year from going home in the conference championship too.
Yeah.
So it's like we're one Jimmy Butler shot last year from the same thing, and then we had the same exact problems in the finals versus the Warriors. So I feel like this is something that's always been the problem, and to just throw a first year head coach in and then shove all the blame on him when this has been a trend for a while now, I think that's unfair because
Yeah.
he's not the common thread through it all.
Yeah. But one comment